Hello everyone. I am once again in Davis Library at the wee hours of the night. I was just thinking about how incredibly grateful I am to be surrounded by such incredible people. And people that work the way I work and just want to live life to the fullest. I think is such an incredible gift. And I don't know, I know that everyone has different versions of living life to the fullest, but just, I don't know, seeking adventure. And I'm very grateful to be surrounded by people that also want that. And it's something that I've really wanted recently. In response to that, I wrote a little bucket list for myself for the end of the semester. We'll see if I actually do it, but I thought I would share. Okay, so the first thing I have is I can show you guys it, but okay, the first thing on there is I want to write love letters, and that's not necessarily significant other type of situation because I'm not really looking for that, and I would be surprised if I were to come across that because I am so heavily not looking for that right now. But just letters of appreciation for my friends. I don't know, I really love writing letters. I really love telling people that I really care about them, and especially I try to apply all 5 love languages to my friends because quite honestly I sort of know a lot of theirs, but I don't know all of theirs, and I also think that everyone deserves all 5 love languages in all of their relationships. So words of affirmation, definitely get all my words of affirmation people on that one. Okay, my second one, I should probably go through these. My second one is I want to finish 5 books. I initially was writing this as I want to do these in the next month, so keep that in mind as they go on. It's more of a semester type of situation. But I really want to finish 5 books at least, hopefully more. I just love reading. I want to read more. The next one is declutter. I think a really big thing, and my really good friend Colin is a big influence on this, but I just want to simplify my life. I think I get caught up in the hustle and bustle, and I have too many clothes, and I have too many things that just take up my time where I could be doing something else. I could be reading, I could be doing schoolwork, that sort of thing. So it's I just want to declutter and just simplify and just make everything more accessible and easier for me. The next one, okay, and then I really want to go to a foreign bookstore. I went to one in Italy and it was the best thing ever, and I really want to go to one in a Spanish speaking country, and just especially those hole in the wall ones where the books are all stacked up and you just go in and you just feel knowledge. I want to do that. You just feel the stories coming at you. I want to, and also it's just really good language practice. So that one for sure. Next on the list is drink lots of tea. I just love tea. The next one is hold a butterfly. I'm really good at getting butterflies to walk onto my hand. So I just need to go somewhere with a lot of butterflies, or I need to find one. If I find one on a bush, I can definitely pick it up, but gotta go find one. Okay, the next one is a bonfire. Especially a camping bonfire or a beach bonfire. I would love. I haven't been a while. Next is I want to go skinny dipping, specifically in the ocean. Just because I haven't in the ocean before, I think it would be fun, and I don't know, I think it's really romanticized. So I want to I don't know, there's certain things that I feel have been so romanticized in society that I want to take part in that romanticization. I did not pronounce that right, but I think that's one of those things. The next one on the list is converting to off the grid. Again, shout out Colin. I want to get an MP3 player and a digital camera and a flip phone, and just I would still keep this phone, but just limit my time on it, be intentional about when I bring it with me. I think would be really good, and then I could leave it at home, and while I'm in the library studying, or when I'm wanting to go on a hike, or I can like choose if I want to be on my phone, and like I can choose if like this entire activity is like, do I want to be on my phone rather than like a specific moment. And I think that there's a lot of power in that. The next one is music performances. Instead of like concerts, I like wanted to like expand it more, because I think like jazz concerts I want to go to a lot of, but like I don't think of that when I think of like concerts. Or just like any like really good like orchestra stuff like that. I really want to go to more of that. Of course concerts, but like I love a good like underground, like random like local concert. Like that's what I love. Like garage band concerts, I love those a lot more than like even my favorite artists. Like there's very few that I would spend a ton of money on. What's next? Oh, a rave. I almost went to a rave on Halloween, and I didn't, because I didn't go on Halloween because I was at a really good house party. So I want to go to one, because I've never been. The next one is learn to salsa, or literally any like Hispanic dance. Like I like, oh my gosh, like I just need to know. I just need to know. The next one is lie down in the sand, like specifically at the beach too. I just like, it's so freeing when you just like give your like physical body over to like something that's like uncomfortable, like getting sand in your hair and just like absorbing all of it. I love it, and I want to be intentional with it. The next one is summit a mountain. I might do one of the 7 peaks. I might do the one, what's it called? Mount Winston or something like that in Papua New Guinea. I might do that one. I might do Kilimanjaro. I might cheat the system and do a local one. The issue with like summiting mountains is they're either really expensive to summit, really expensive to get to, or both, or they're like really difficult and like above my skill level. Like I don't have like knowledge of like ice picking and stuff like that, and I would love to learn, but like within the next semester I think it's a little unrealistic. I don't know, we'll see. I would love to, but I might just like cheat and like do a local mountain. What's next? Oh, 4 train rides. I have 2 coming up over winter break, so I'll at least have that. But I just love riding on trains. Opportunity to read, and they're just like so much better than buses, so I love bus rides too, and like I just love all transportation. But yeah, train rides specifically are really easy to romanticize. Okay, next one is I want to go to the beach at sunrise and at sunset. I would love to surf at sunrise and sunset as well, but it's really cold right now, so realistically just being there, you know, getting to go in the water and stuff like that a little bit would be awesome. Okay, next one is I want to spend a day on a boat. Ideally like a sailboat, but any boat. I just want to chill for the day on a boat. I want to paint a children's book and like write a children's book. I did that a few years ago for my dad for Christmas. It was just super awesome. I wanted to like do one with more detail, because the one I did for my dad for Christmas was like I did it in a night. Very last minute present, but he's obsessed with it. Very highly recommend doing one about like a childhood conversation you had with your dad when you were little. The next one is obviously a camping trip. I need to like integrate more camping trips in my life. I just love them. Next one is morning cycling classes. We get them free at UNC, and I'm terrible about going, but I always love it when I do go. Next one is more river swimming. Oh my gosh, I am such a river girl. Like at my heart, I am like a river girl for sure, and I always feel like so wonderful after I go. So more of that. Scuba license. I really want to get my scuba license, so why not do it now? I want to learn to do nails. I want to learn to do acrylics, just because like I want to be able to do my own. I don't want to have to pay for them. I want to get my first tattoo. I know what I'm gonna get. I like have it all planned out. It's for my grandma. And then I want to solve a puzzle. I am technically part of Jigsaw Puzzle Club at UNC, but I like do not attend. Like I very rarely attend. I mean I've yet to attend, but I am in the GroupMe, so I am part of that club, and I intend on attending every single week, and there's always something that happens. Next on the list is going skiing or snowboarding, preferably snowboarding because I really want to learn, but I learned how to ski either last year or the year before, and I want to hone in on it. After that, photo booth. I just haven't taken a photo booth picture in a long time. I would love to get one with a friend. I think they're really cute. After that is selling as much of what I own as I can. Again, declutter. I just want to simplify. Next is climbing a tree. I climb trees all the time. I love it. I do it all the time. The next one is lighting a lantern for my Aunt Linda, who died recently, and I got a lantern from her, my uncle, and I want to light it for her. The next one is going back to the Tetons. I would love. I've just been thinking about them lately. I just want to go back. The next one is a pottery class. Love pottery. Love pottery. I want to do more of it. After that is see Niagara Falls. I was going to this winter break, and then I don't know where my passport is, so I also have to renew my passport. Okay, after that one is Sleep Under the Stars. Just love it. I've always enjoyed it every time I have done it. Okay, and then get another place to stay. Like make another friend that lives somewhere really cool, that like hypothetically like I could go and stay with them for like a week, somewhere cool. After that one is videography. I really want to get more into it. I think it's super cool. I have a lot of respect for everyone who knows how to do it. I want to know how to do it more than I already do. Host a dinner party. Love them. Hug a cow. I love cows. Oh my goodness. If you go to my Instagram, I just love cows. They're like the best animals ever, and I just love them. I do eat meat, but because I know that people are gonna bring that up, but I love cows still. And you know what? That's called the world being complicated and having next on it is I love these things. I don't know how they happen, but I love them. I don't know how to do them, but I do like them. It's like a I don't know. Finish a journal or a sketchbook. I just think it's a really good practice, and having a goal to finish one holds you accountable. Drink a fresh coconut. You kind of have to travel somewhere to do that one, so I would love to. Stand under a waterfall. Tons back home where my parents are, and I just they're just so wonderful, and I just love it every single time, except when you get leeches. That's happened to me before. Terrible. But then if you go far enough back under the waterfall, the pressure will get the leeches off of you. So 10 out of 10. And then after that one, new art museum. I'm a very, very, very big fan of art museums. I've been to the Auckland and Chapel Hill so many times, and I love going to them wherever I go, and I would love to add another one to my list. After that, big road trip. Love a good road trip. I need a good big one. After that one is meet someone new and talk past midnight. I just like those conversations where you meet someone and you just happen to you just hit it off so well that you just stay up talking for hours. I have so much fun with those. I've made such good friends that way, and I would love to meet another person and have that initial just chemistry to just talk for so long. After that one is try a new drink. I love a good fun drink. I want to try a new one. There's a lot. I don't know. I just want to, whether it's I remember the first time I had a London fog. My world was, it rocked my world. So just a new fun drink. Get a day of flight. I would love to get a flight day of. I want to be like, oh, I just want to be like that adventurous that like I can so easily do that and just like be like, okay, let's go. And that would be so awesome. The next one is lie down in the rain, similar to lie down in the sand. Just I'm such a like a rain girl. When it's like warm enough out and there's a thunderstorm, you will catch me with my rain boots out jumping in the puddles every time. Unless there's like a significant reason for me not to, I will be out there. And when you just totally give in and just like collapse to the ground and just have the water all over you, it's the best thing ever. And then this is my very, very last one, but my last one is forgiving someone. I just think that like, I don't know, if I really focus and I do all of these things and I like find enough inner peace, I think it's a really big show. I mean, I think forgiveness is either like you're just avoiding confrontation of like your feelings, or I think like it's a really powerful show of like I'm at peace with myself, so I'm at peace with the world. And I really want obviously the second one. And so yeah, I really hope to help contribute to like, I don't know, greater peace in the world with my own inner peace and my own forgiveness of other people. I think I'm very like neutral on a lot of people, but that doesn't necessarily mean like I've forgiven them. Like, not that I like hold a grudge or anger, but I don't feel like there's not zero resentment. Like there's still something there. I was actually talking to my friend about this a little bit earlier today, and how there's certain people that when I see them, because they hurt me so much that I felt uncomfortable in their presence for an extended period of time when I was still like when they were still in my life. I think my body got like used to having really high anxiety around them. So now it's, even though like I know that I'm not really going to talk to them, they're not going to come up and talk to me, like we're not going to argue because we don't talk anymore, and it's sort of in the past, and like I'm okay with everything, and I don't hold a grudge against them. I still feel stressed out when I see them, and it still is like physically upsetting to me when I see them. And just like, I don't know, I think like it's, a lot of it is physical habit, or at least that's like what makes sense in my brain. But I also think that you can resolve that physical habit through just like greater awareness of your body and greater awareness of your emotions and greater awareness of like who you are. And if you are at peace with yourself, then, and if you are like, and I mean at peace with yourself as in like present and aware of your body, then you'll be able to be present in the moment and not rely on those old physical habits. So that's the goal. This is the list. I hope to accomplish all of it. We'll see. There's some tough ones on there, but I would really love to have that sort of life, and I hope that this is the beginning of a new era. I was about to take a nap, but I was thinking about this, and I thought I would share instead. But like, okay, I was thinking about like earlier when I was walking, just like life and like my perspective on it. And there was this like guy that I used to like go out with, and I think like a very big reason why I was drawn to him was his perception of like the world around him. And just like I felt like he was like so pure, and I felt like he, like there's like no other way I could really put it besides pure, and not like in a like negative like, oh he's so innocent context, but in a like he like things were just very like direct. Like it was like 1 + 1 = 2, and I felt like I was just like such a complicated I feel like I'm like a very like complex person. Like I have a lot of layers to the way that I think and the way that I work. And I don't know, I just realized that like we view, because like through our conversations, like I sort of realized this, but like I only really processed it like yesterday. just like the way that we view the world is so different. Because I was reading this book. It's a really good book. I cannot think of the name right now. It's by Gabrielle Roy. Street of Riches. It's called Street of Riches. And it's just like so amazing, and I just like related to it so much. And the way that like the mom like interacts with the world, it's like very much so like she's very realistic about how there's like a lot of like bad in the world and a lot of darkness, but there's also just like a lot of things that we can be grateful for and a lot to appreciate and a lot of beauty. And I think I work very similarly in the way of like I've seen a lot of stuff that's like not the best. I don't know, just like I've seen a lot of hate, and a lot of different forms of hate and a lot of forms of like manipulation. And I've also seen a lot of like really beautiful, amazing things, and just like the goodness of nature and human kindness and generosity and just like all these things. And it's so like I think I look at the world of like this like really complicated combination of like good and bad and light and dark and like all of these things, and I look at it as like a very complex like situation. And then I'm also like my religious views like go into that too, and like just like it's just super complicated but so beautiful. And like I also think it's like I think what makes a good person and what brings in a lot of like joy and light into the world is the intention of being like the best person that you can be. So like something that's really important to me and to a lot of my very close friends is we're all like actively working to better ourselves as people, and we're all like actively trying to be kinder and just like a better version of ourselves. And then I was talking to him and he was saying that like he disagrees and that he's not really working to become a better version of himself. And I thought for a long time, I thought, oh, like that's like really immature. Like what do you mean? How could you like not strive to be a better person and not strive to do more good in the world? But then I was thinking about it again and thinking about like the way that he talked about the world, and he sort of like was saying that, and he was just sort of saying that I think that he views the world as inherently neutral, rather than this like super like complex tapestry. It's just sort of there, and our lives don't really have a greater meaning or a greater purpose. Not that like I necessarily think that like we have a greater meaning, but I do think that our actions are impactful. But I don't think that he necessarily thinks our actions aren't impactful, but I think that he just sort of thinks that the world is there and like you can do whatever you want, and it doesn't really matter if you're like a good or a bad person. Like it's just like the world is just there and you just do what you want. And I just never really, I don't know, it's just really interesting to me, and I think I really like viewing the world in the way that I view it. And obviously I'm biased, but it was just really cool to think about. And I think there's probably like some greater lesson of like don't be judgmental, and you know, like everybody sort of like, even though you might not agree with their view, right, and you might not have the same view, it's not necessarily like worse or better. And even though I was like really surprised by him being like, oh, like I don't really strive to be a better person, that doesn't mean that like he's in the wrong for, you know, I don't know. I thought it was really interesting and I wanted to share. But that was all I had to say.